Hello everybody, welcome on our webinar called Ultimate Data Protection for Virtualized Environments from StarWind Software Incorporated. My name is Anatoly Volchinsky, I'm Technical Solution Engineer at StarWind Software, and well, make yourself comfortable in your seats because today we'll spend approximately 1 hour on this webinar. Let's take a quick look at today's agenda. First, I will tell you about what actually the backup is, why do people need it, and how actually you can benefit from it. After, I will tell you about the design of our product, about its architecture, and I'll give you a little tips and tricks about how it will be more useful to configure it depending on the environment that you have. After that, you will see and learn about the key features of our solution. And you will also know about the bonuses that you can get by joining this webinar. Today you will have also the live presentation, and after that live presentation we will have the conclusions. And after the conclusions, of course, we will have the question and answer session, and I will gladly give you all the answers that you need. By the way, I actually know what the first question will be, and yes, this webinar is currently recording, and hopefully it will be possible to view it on our website, maybe even tomorrow. So, let's get down to business, gentlemen. Why do we need backup? Let's imagine really basic situation when you have one hypervisor host. On this example, this is VMware ESXi. You have few VMs running some, let's say, maybe Active Directory, maybe web server, maybe IIS server, maybe something else. But anyway, those VMs are pretty important for you, right? And well, you haven't got anything else. And let's just think about what will be if something will get broken on the host. Maybe a whole entire host will get broken. Obviously, you will lose all the data that you have. Your VMs will be down, and this is a pain that I wish to nobody. So, how can actually it can be avoided? You still have the clean hypervisor, and you can have something that actually making some backups, some snapshots of your virtual machines. Those snapshots can be used to recover in any point of time. Should it be the moment when your virtual machine haven't got any virus? Should it be some moment in time when your hypervisor host hardware wasn't affected by, I don't know, lighting or anything else? Anything. So, in this case, if you have virtual machines and your hypervisor, primary hypervisor host is down, you have ability to restore it. You have ability to do not have those heart attacks that you could, but just to recover in any point of time that you want to. Now let's dive deeper in the design of the product that StarWind Software offers to try. Of course, to try first. Basically, everything is pretty simple. On this diagram that you can see now, you see the Hyper-V host and the ESX hosts from the right side, though they are, well, really different, they are not clustered, and something actually should to take the backup processes. And this is why we have the StarWind Backup Server 4. You can see it in the middle. This is the server that is hosting the backup service that is responsible for taking snapshots, for sending backup request to the host, like give me that virtual machine, I want to make a beautiful snapshot from it. And after the snapshot will be taken, it should be stored somewhere, right? And so here is where storage pools marked as store here comes into play. Basically, you are storing all the virtual machines here. They can be deduplicated, but this is one of the key features, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. And last but not the least, we have the management console here. If you do want to manage our software, you need to have it. It can be installed, well, on anything, almost on anything that runs Windows. By the way, almost any Windows starting from Windows 7. Oh, I'm sorry, from Windows XP. Basically, you can have, and here comes tips and tricks part here. You can have the core edition of Windows on the backup server, and your management console can be installed on your, well, workstation, laptop, notebook, maybe even, well, anything that has Windows. And one more tip and trick. Well, basically, originally you should have three machines for this, for management console, maybe for backup server, and one for storage. But you can combine them on one machine now. You can have the backup server and the storage pool server on one machine. You can have backup server and management console on one machine. Basically, you can have all of those three components on one machine. Well, moreover, you can have backup server, management console, storage server, and the Hyper-V running on the single server, on one physical server. Well, that is not really best practices because if you running the backups, if you have backups on the same machine where the Hyper-V is installed, you still have the single point of failure because server fails, everything is fails, you get headache, your boss is coming in, you start yelling, nobody needs it. So keep the Hyper-V host and backup and the storage pools are separate from each other. That is actually the best practices. And actually, it's the main guideline of the best practices. Okay, now let's take a look at key features that our product have. Uh, I hope you will enjoy this slide, by the way, and well, maybe you'll know why. First pro of our solution is that it's 100% agentless. It doesn't require to install anything on your hypervisor host. So it's agentless. If you still think what is the benefit from the agentless solution, well, first and one of the main is that you do not need to reboot anything to install it. As you may know, installing agents require the restarting of the whole entire physical host. Our solution doesn't require this. The second pretty big plus of our solution of this key feature is that it doesn't affect in any processes on the host server since everything is running on the non-hypervisor host and anything will be affected by some agents. Well, and obviously if something requires a reboot after installation, it means that it's really diving deep into the operation system. And if something that is swimming deep there can be broken, it can affect something else, and you will get more headache than you even could. Not with the agentless architecture. Okay, let's move to the next key feature. Unfortunately, I haven't found any slide for it. So it's native. What I mean here? I mean that we are using the native formats for our backups. For taking snapshots, we're using native formats of the hypervisor that our backup is working with. For example, for the Hyper-V, it is using the VHD format. For the VMware, it's using VMDK. When we will start being compatible with Windows Server 2012, we will work with the VHDX. And what actually this means for you as a user, for the IT administrators, as the main person who are interested in this. Basically, that means that you can use anything that is compatible with this file format to use it. Well, really anything. You can just, let's say, convert something, it will use it. Guideline is that you don't need proprietary software to do anything or something with this archive. And well, That, my friend, I think is really great. The next plus of this key feature is that it's still the same, but you don't need anything to recover in case of failure. If your backup server is failed, if your hypervisor failed, and all you have is actually those backup files, you don't need to install anything anywhere. Actually, you can just grab those VMDK or VHD and get it to the another hypervisor host and just run some virtual machines from archives. That's it. Nothing's complicated here, really. And the third is that you can launch a virtual machine from archive. Well, actually, it's still the same, but well, you don't need anything again here. And the last thing here is that you can actually recover the file, single file, and it's pretty quick. Well, for example, you have virtual machine that is running, and you have, let's say, you had some Word file, Excel file with all your passwords, and for some reason it has been deleted. But you know that you have the snapshot with that file. You can go ahead, find that snapshot, mount to your, hey, why not, to your laptop Windows 7, mount this VHD as a local drive and found this file and just get it. And that's it. You still don't need anything additionally. You don't even actually need our software to mount this file. All you need is the operation system that actually is using this file. That's it. You still have, you obviously have this operation system, and so there shouldn't be anything complicated here. Okay, next key feature. Gentlemen, it's really easy. Uh, we spent hours and days and even weeks to improve our management console in the way that it was really easy in use. To people could use only their own intuition to do anything that they want. You know, like you open in the window, you just see what you want, and you know, and you obviously see the path that you should go through. Uh, you know, it's unfortunately it's not like 3 clicks or 2 clicks. It requires more, but uh, it it's not complicated passes. Uh, well, actually, you will see all of them on the live webinar. Oh, I'm sorry, on the live demonstration of our product. So let's do not waste time on this key feature and move to the next one. And in my opinion, it's a really important key feature. It's affordable. You shouldn't spend the fortune to have those backups. Well, yeah, we all grown up here, and we understand that for some reason it's well, there is always dependence between the price and the well, don't get me wrong, the quality of the product. We truly understand that there are some titans on the backup market, like well, probably I shouldn't say some names, but yeah, we know that there are companies that costs much more than $300, and $300 is the price of our solution. And yeah, we know that they offers well more features than our solution, but hell, they really cost more, and well. That is the main thing that, well, my guideline is that you need to take a closer look at what you're paying for. If you need those features that we actually doesn't offer, cannot offer for now, well, yeah, I will truly understand it. But if you doesn't require those features, why should you spend so a lot of money? Well, guys, $300 is not too little, but it is really not too much. Okay, so the pig is happy, and let's move to the technical another technical key feature here. Our solution support global deduplication, which basically means that you will not spend another fortune to have those hard drives that will that will store the backup files. Obviously, you have well, let's say you have the backups of each virtual machine. Well, you're making backup, let's say, once per week. Um, some, well, let's say that you have, I don't know, 50 virtual machines, 15 virtual machines, 30 gigs each, 30 gigs, 15 virtual machines, once a week, and let's say that you will wait for a half of year. How much data will be there? It's terabytes, yeah. But those files that inside of those backups, they're pretty much same. And here's where the global duplication comes into play. If you have global duplication, all those files that already are hosting on the storage, they will be replaced with a reference. Uh, and I think each operation system, if you have like 10 VMs with identical operation system, each installation should take like, I don't know, 10 gigs. So it will be 10 gigs instead of 100 gigs. Well, all the next is just simple calculation. So well, I think that I explained this, but if not, feel free to ask questions. I'll gladly answer all of them. By the way, if you have any questions, start asking them as soon as I will have any few seconds or minutes to answer them. I will gladly start to do so. Okay, next is multi-hypervisor support. Multi-hypervisor support. It basically means that you shouldn't have separate products to run to run to take the backups from different hypervisors. If you have the Hyper-V and ES6, in most of cases you should have the two products, like one for the Hyper-V, second one is for the ES6. Not in the case of our product. If you are running the backup software from the StarWind software, you should have only one installation of backup, and that's it. Well, once again, don't spend a lot of money, and what is also important, it's improved management, since you have everything in one window. By the way, about the easiness, I forgot to mention one fact. Our software allows to make some basic management of the virtual machines that are stored on the host that are connected to our backup. It's some basics, but they are still like required. It's like stop virtual machine, pause, suspend it, restart, clone, well, and else and else and else and else. I could talk about this in hours, but it's not too much time for us here. So let's move forward here. Live demonstration. In a couple of minutes, I will show you everything that I actually promised. I will show you how to configure our product. Actually, it will be from scratch. I will start from the clean system, and we will see how actually it can be easy. Okay, give it a couple of seconds and we will be ready. As far as I can see, all of you can see my screen. Yeah. Okay, so clean system. As you can see, nothing is here. There is no any backups. There is only some VMware tools, but it's not a big deal for us. So it's 100%. It's totally clean. I have already downloaded the installer. If someone, by the way, this installer is totally free. You can download it from our website. The main thing is that you need the trial key and after perpetual license key to use it. So installation. So let's double click it. Of course, I want to run it. And next, I will accept the agreement. I'm a brave man. Next, 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 and thank you, I do have a key already. And where is it? Here it goes. This is a license key for the StarWind software, I mean for the StarWind management console that is used by the backup. And actually, by the way, it's recommended to have the StarWind iSCSI SAN to store the backups. Well, obviously, one vendor is always better. Okay, next, next, and install. And we will be ready in 3, 2, 1, 0, -1. Ah, yeah. Okay, as you can see, this is, well, this screen may be familiar for some of you guys. Especially for those who took a really long look at this management console. Okay, so what are we gonna actually do here now? As you can see, this is a backup, and actually this is the part that we are interested in today. Let's connect to the ESX host. Connect the, then we, well, and here the part that I told you that we are really easy in use. Click on ESX server, and here is what you should do here, since you don't have any ESX host. Connect. Then you need to connect the ESX server to a new backup server, and please always pay attention to those little notes that we have below the options. They're really important. Well, as I told you, it can now we install in the backup server installation. Backup server that will take all the backup process here. As I told you, this can be the local computer, and here is the corresponding option. But this is not the best practices. So let's just connect to another one. It's clean as well. Okay, so the IP address is like follows. It's internal. You can just forget about it a little bit later. Webinar. And the password is a secret. No, I'm just joking. It's webinar. Now we need to wait for a while because this backup server configuring and installation process takes like a minute or 1.5. Okay, I see some questions here. Okay, Mr. Aziz asked, will we support the Windows Server 2012? Well, it's a good question, Aziz. Actually, yeah, we will. We will start supporting the 2012 starting from the next version, and it will be well, really great because starting from the next version, we will also support the deduplication of well, powered by Microsoft, and well, I think it will be really useful. So, well, it's like you have, it's always good to have some options. You don't want to use the deduplication that comes with StarWind? Well, yeah, sure, why, no problem, I don't care. Go ahead, use Microsoft. You will still get back to us later. Just joking, guys. Okay, installation has been almost completed. We need to enter the key, and here it comes again. Okay, license applied successfully. And now, most important part, we need to connect to the ESX host. The IP address is 7216 033. Username is root, and the password is I love pies. Um, while we are waiting for a while, question from Mark Brook. Will that be included in our license or will that be additional cost? I'm not sure what are you actually talking about. Would you please clarify and I'll gladly answer the question. Um, Mr. Burns, I see your question, but I'll answer it a little bit later if you don't mind. Okay, so we have basically finished the installation. Well, like let's say it is just connecting process of between the backup server and the S6 host. So you would ask, should I do next? And the console answers, a storage pool is not configured. Would you like to configure it? Storage pools, you may remember, is the place where the backup are stored. So yes, we do want to configure the backup. Also, StarWind Management Console gives you a hint that there are no duplicated StarWind SCSI targets connected to this host, and it is strongly recommended to create and mount the duplicated StarWind SCSI target to store archives. Otherwise, archives will take a lot of the space. So, do you want to create a duplication target? Uh, well, guys, this webinar is not about the StarWind, so we'll say no and move forward. Uh, you should give the name to storage pool. Well, okay. Mark asked already two questions, so let it be Mark. Description. Let's just forget about it. Let it be the D drive. Yes. Well, it's just basic installation. I want to show you like it is doing from scratch, and after I will a little bit reconfigure the storage pool because I already have the backups of virtual machines, and I want to show you what you actually can do with those. Okay, next step. Well, pretty easy. You specifying the maximum number of stored archives per virtual machine. Well, you don't want to have the army of snapshots for your virtual machines. So you want to have like a little squad, and you're just specifying the numbers of the soldiers in the squad. Okay, let's click next, next, and finish. Wait for a couple of seconds. Seconds, not minutes, and we can see whole infrastructure here. Uh, by the way, installer is actually also monitoring where is it actually installed. Like it's coming to operation system and say, hey, where am I? And if it see the Hyper-V host, it's automatically adding it to the inventory. And you can actually see all the virtual machines here. Unfortunately, the window on my laptop is not too big, so we cannot see it all. Make let me expand it in a more comfortable way for you guys. Okay, so what it actually can do. Well, those are actually the names, but still, what it can do. Well, obviously it can backup a VM, but give me 1 second. I would still. I think, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. You just saw how to configure the storage pool, and now reconfigure it in the way that we will see all the archives, and we will work with those archives. So, by the way, related management tips: how to reconfigure storage pool. Click on storage pool, right click on the storage pool, and click configure storage pool. Oh. nothing's complicated. It says that the storage pool is not deduplicated, and there is nothing deduplicated here. So would you like to configure the duplication? We are still saying no, and changing the path to the folder, and once again, how many snapshots per virtual machine? Couple of clicks, couple of seconds. By the way, just look how fast it is. We have started this live demo like 9 minutes ago, and we already have actually the whole infrastructure here. It's beneath my fingers, beneath my fingertips, and I can do whatever I want. It's like 10 minutes for infrastructure. Guys, this is really awesome. Okay, so here are all the backups. It's well, you can see it's base image. You can see that we can do the incremental backups, and here are the increments. Well, let's start from scratch. What we can do backup. Let's backup. Let's do it in a little bit more interesting way. Let's run backup wizard. Why it's more interesting? Because you can schedule job for multiple virtual machines. So let's choose two. Let's click next. On the next step, we will see how much virtual machines do we want, where do exactly we want to store the backups, and how frequently do we want to make those backups. It can be once, daily, weekly, and custom. Custom is like run every hours or minutes. Well, that's it. And also you can choose here the archive type. Should it be basic or should it be incremental? Also, as I have said previously, here are all the notes you should that actually guides you. You shouldn't open the help and read the bunch of like huge army of words and notes and guides. It's all here. It's all in front of you. Just guide it. It's 4 sentences, and they're making everything clear. Okay, so what are we gonna do, guys? Let's have incremental. Let's make it custom. Let it be once per 10 hours and 30 minutes. Run now, or by the way, what's important as well, you can run it not only starting from now, you can run it at some day and even at some time. We can choose 22, we can choose next month, next year, next anything. Well, you can choose nothing, obviously. And well, let's just run it now. Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, guys. So, as I said, run it now. And finish. If we will wait for a while, we will see that operation has already started. And here it is. You see the progress bars below. Let me catch it. Here it is. You see our both servers. The progress is running. Next, what can we do next? Well, let's continue with basics. Let's restore original VM. By the way, you have abilities to restore not only to the original VM, you have ability to just launch VM from archive or restore in a sandbox, which is helpful when you not quite sure that this is a snapshot that you want. You're running in a sandbox mode and just watching if everything is there that you actually need. And if yes, then you can restore it in original VM or not in original VM but in another VM. This is possible as well. Let me show you. Right click, restore. Yes, I want to restore. Yes, it was successfully. 3 clicks. Let's restore it in a little bit different way. Let's run restore wizard. What exactly do we want to restore? Let's say it will be um, DHCP. Uh, and here is the part that I have told you about. You can restore anything here, anything to this virtual machine. But let's just restore this base image. Common restore parameters here, as you can see. You got 3 options: leave the existing VM parameters, get VM parameters from an archive and apply them and after restore, and generate new VM parameters. Let's generate new. Next, next, and finish. Another job, another task is actually appeared here. And while they're accomplishing, let's take a look what else we can do here. Let's click on any virtual machine, let it be IIS server. Nobody understands why anybody needs it, but it's still there. Well, first of all, our software allows to open the remote desktop window directly to these virtual machines from our console. So right click, left click, uh, opened window, enter the and domain name and password, wait for a couple of seconds, and here about mm, and here we are. Well, we obviously don't need this window, so let's close it. Also, there was interesting question from Ivan Katsakov. Uh, I hope I pronounced it in correct way. I'm sorry if I not. Uh, let's take another look at the little bit different way of taking backups. Let's take backup daily. Uh, and here, as you can see, the same. So it's basic, it's incremental, and you can run it now, or you can start running it at some point of time. Well, and well, and nothing period. Well, let's just finish the job. Why not? And we have 6 jobs total. Okay, what else can be done with this powerful tool? Actions. Well, first of all, you can clone it. If you need another one, the identical machine that you, well, yes, right click, left click. Here we go again. What actions can be there? You can power off the machine, you can reset it, you can pause it, you can suspend it, and you can shut it down or resume if it was paused. Well, my friends, as you can see, this tool is really powerful and it's pretty easy in use, as I actually promised, as I actually told you. If some of you guys don't believe it, go ahead and prove me. Download the trial from our website and show me where I'm wrong, and I'll just eat my shoes if I am. Okay, so we're actually done here with the live demonstration. And let's talk about the bonuses that I actually promised to talk about today. Let's just close this window. Let's get back to our web slides. And well, first of all, resources before bonuses. Resources. If you want to learn more, here are 2 links on your desktop that you can use to learn a little bit more about our backup solutions. Uh, any of those will guide you to the page that will look like almost identical that you can see on the screenshot on the diagram. You will be able to watch some webinars, recorded webinars, to view if there are any else webinars, to go to community, download some guides, download some system requirements and stuff, and else and else and else and else, and all of those things are really required if you don't want to call to the StarWind support with little questions that you didn't know the answer about. So here's the links. You're welcome. But well, if you still have some questions, here I am. Uh, Okay, let's start with the promo. As you can see from the diagram, from the slide, we have got the discounts for our backup solution. No matter it will be the Hyper-V or it will be VMware or it will be both combined. You've got 25% until the end of the March. So if you actually planned to send them purchase order to our sales, the sooner you will start doing this, the sooner you will get your discount. And one more additional and important thing for this webinar that I wanted to tell you and to show you is that you can actually get the additional 3% extra off, which means that if you will mention the SW3% off to the sales representative that you will contact with, and your email will be listed in the as one of those persons who joined the webinar, you will get 3% additional extra off to the discount that you already have by our discount program. That is a couple of beers, and I just don't want you to waste those money, not for a beer. Okay, guys, the sooner you buy, the less you will pay. By the way, it's not important to pay now exactly. You can get the well, we've got net 90 payment term, and which means that you can order now and pay during the 90 days. But the sooner you will get you send the purchase order, the sooner you will, the more discount you will have. Well, today is 13th of March, and today our discount is 19%. Tomorrow it will be 18. Friday 17. Well, you see everything on the calendar. Have you got any questions, gentlemen? And yes, you do have. Question from Mark Brook. When you were talking about supporting future operation system, will they incur some interesting word include obviously additional costs or be free updates? Yeah, by the way, it's pro of not only backup solution, but only of whole, but about every StarWind product. It's you can upgrade totally free, and well, basically those customers who purchased StarWind like 3 years ago, they had some really basic functionalities. Well, for that they had enterprise then, but now it's basic. They have the enterprise now, and they actually pay less, spend less money. So yeah, the direct question to your answer to your question is the upgrade is totally free, and I hope that answered your question. Okay, now the question from Bernard. Uh, When will the next version with Windows 2012 support release? Uh, well, it's a good question. I don't have exact ETA, but I think and I hope that we will get the next version in 2-3 months. It will be not only it will be updated not only for the backup server, it will be the huge update for the StarWind iSCSI design products as well, and it will be well. Really think that it will be really powerful solutions, and there will be really a lot of features. But let's talk about a little bit later. I mean, on the next webinars. Once again, I hope that answered your question. And here comes the question series from Ivan. Hi, I have a question. Can I use the CIFS or share on an NFS export as a storage pool, or it should be only SCSI? Uh, CIFS and NFS and NES are not supported right now. You should backup on the local hard drive, or you can use SCSI, and there is no other options right now. Well, the thing that you are asking for will be presented, well, should be presented in the next release. Well, it's expecting in 2 or 3 months, as I told you. Do I need separate license for the duplication stores? Next question from Ivan. Yeah, you need separate licenses. You can use free license. It's 100% free. You can download it by yourself from a StarWind website. You can find it on your customers page, and you can use some perpetual license, and you will benefit from having the online support and the direct support, to be honest. Also, you will have some additional features comparing to the free version. Well, if you're interested, you can email me. By the way, that's all. That is a message for all of you guys. If you have or you will have any questions after the webinar, just email me. My email is AV, like Alpha Violet, at starwindsoftware.com. AV at starwindsoftware.com. Next question from, well, actually, that was all the question from Ivan. Or no, we'll get another one. About backup schedule, what times oh, that question is already answered. Well, okay. Nice job, Anatoly. Next question from Christian Rutella. If you have two hypervisors, do you have to set up one backup for each hypervisor? Well, first of all, backup server can be one, but you should have two license. Well, you should have one license per each host that you will use, no matter Hyper-V or VMware. So one license, $300. Two hosts, two licenses. Hope that answered the questions. I want to say thank you guys, thank to all of you, and to wish you a good day. I really appreciate that all of you have joined here. I really want to wish you a good day and a good week and a perfect weekend. Goodbye, guys. Have a good day. Take care of yourselves.